For the purposes of the interview with the patient, we have to comply with security, and the patient understands that this image may be shared nationally and internationally. The patient, it will be known throughout the interview as George. George, good morning, and thank you for coming to see us.
Thank you.
George, that's not your real name, is it?
Well, once we came here, we were given different names, so people didn't know who we were.
Can you tell us why you were given different names?
Well, I was 11 years old, and as 11-year-olds, we always do cheeky and naughty stuff. And I did something, obviously, I really regret. I was kind of coerced into it by someone else. But what happened, and I'm really sorry for it. And now I'm here, but I'm a changed man. So.
George, do you think now is the time to tell the world what really happened from your point of view?
I really think we moved on from what I did as an 11-year-old. It's been a few years since that happened, and I really think we don't need to discuss anything that happened there.
The press called you the devil. How correct is that?
The press always just want to vilify everyone. They always, especially kids, they want to make everyone seem like the devil, just so they can sell a few more newspapers. They're evil. Evil. I don't care what the press called me. Disgusting.
When you were incarcerated, I think the whole of England was surprised that you were actually incarcerated with the person who committed the murders with you, yet you still continued to blame that person. Can you tell us why?
They were a year older than me, and all the bad things I did was influenced by them. They always told me to do other stuff. It's just, they always coerced me into doing other things I didn't want to do. And obviously, there is some blame on my part, but they are the reason I'm here. It's all because of them.
George, when did you last see your family?
4 years ago.
And how was that meeting?
Well, my mum, she couldn't look at me really. She just talked to me barely, but didn't make any eye contact with me. And my father, well, he hasn't been around since I was 2. So yeah, they're just terrible.
George, do you feel your parents love you?
Well, my dad definitely doesn't, since he left me when I was a little baby and hasn't returned since. My mum, I don't even know anymore. My mum just stopped sending me letters, stopped doing it. She doesn't want anything to do with me, so...
Do you feel that you've lost the right to be loved, George?
Definitely not. I mean, like I said, I was 11 and we all do bad stuff when we were little kids, right? I mean, that shouldn't take away my humanity.
George, I hear you're putting on a play.
Yes, that's right.
Tell us about the play. What's the title of the play?
The Importance of Being Earnest. It was by Oscar Wilde, and it's really an interesting play. And there weren't many options that we could do, but I really thought that was an interesting one, as I've been to the theatre before, and I've seen other plays similar to that one. And with all the other people here, I do think there's some talented people. They're not really motivated, as they didn't have a theatre culture growing up. But I really think I'm getting to them.
Are they enjoying rehearsals?
Well, I think it's a mixture. Like, they are sometimes enjoying it, but they're very new to theatre, so they don't understand some of the concepts, and that's why I can get quite awkward with them. But I think they're getting there.
George, if this play is successful, will you mount other plays here?
Oh, definitely. I think this will be a huge success. Everyone's going to see it and everyone's going to love it. They're going to see how talented we are and how we've changed as people.
Who is the easiest person for you to work with in your cast?
I would say Rose.
Tell us why.
Well, Rose is always very interested in doing other things. She does ask quite a lot of questions which aren't always relevant to the play, but she's always happy to continue with the play and help me advance forward.
Who is the most difficult member of your cast?
Irene, she can get quite angry and she doesn't really have any patience when we're trying to perfect the scene that she's not in. She gets really angry that she's not in the scene yet, and when we're doing her scene, if I give her a few small critiques, she can get very mad and act as if I'm trying to badmouth her.
One of the guards mentioned to me on the way in that there have been episodes in rehearsals where Irene has been extremely violent. Is this true?
Well, well, there was a couple times when we had we had the book, and she was like, "What the fuck is this book?" And then she just like threw it and started ripping up the pages. Security had to come in. Yeah, sometimes she can get like very angry without really any real reason. But sometimes, you know, she's enjoying it, and I can see her happy, and that just brings a smile to my face.
George, if you could have one wish, anything in the world, what would it be?
To finally get out of here and have my own life, have a childhood, and just continue with life without any worry in the world.
The interview terminating at 12:15. Guards can now enter.